Facebook, we are live again, and I am outdoors in the cold Swedish weather, and my tiny person wants me. Vi går då. I just wanted to drop in, and for those of you who live in northern countries where this thing called snow exists and we have extremely few hours of sunlight during the winter time. Ja, men gå då. I just wanted to tell you that the fall and the winter is a time where our bodies need a bit more rest than usual. And kom. Nu kan du hoppa, jag hjälper dig. Bra. And yeah, live and kicking, David. I am. It's cold though. I am trying to entertain that one. But what I was trying to say is that we who live in northern countries in the winter time, first of all, we need to get out when the sun is out because we need the vitamin D and we need all the sunlight we can get because that affects our entire well-being, our entire body. What we also should do is to kind of slow down because we're not created to go 100% all the time. So usually when the fall and winter comes, we feel the urge to kind of cuddle up indoors and just be still and contemplate and recharge.
Det finns ingen barngunga där.
Nej, men du kan gunga i den stora gungan.
Nej.
And det finns en barngunga här, den är barngunga. And yeah, he keeps interrupting me, but that's life. Yeah, so we should actually strive towards kind of slowing down in general if we're not already doing it, because the body is gonna need more rest than usual, and that also affects our sexual desires, of course, because when we're tired and when it's cold, it's also normal that we don't feel as much desire as we normally do to be intimate with somebody. So maybe that's the timing that you should use to focus on other things. Being intimate with somebody doesn't necessarily mean having penetrational sex. So being intimate can also mean just cuddling on the sofa, preparing a meal for one another, light candles, and just put your hand into your partner's hair and just cuddle, and giving massages. And jag kommer med dig. Gå nu då. And yeah, being intimate without necessarily having sex or penetrational sex. You can't agree, Mario? What is it that you're not agreeing on? You have to be a bit more elaborate if I'm gonna make use of your comment. So for all of those of you who feel like your libido is decreasing, I should say, sorry. It's quite natural actually, nothing to be particularly scared about or worried about. Because I feel that normally feeling the desire to be with my lady sexually or just cuddle is not based on what time there is of the year. You're always ready. That's good for her though. And yourself. I'm not saying that it's like that for everybody, but I know a lot of people, and I know a lot of people say the same, that when you live here up north where it's cold and dark and very few hours of sunlight, you kind of don't have the normal sexual drive that you might have during other times of the year. So you being always ready is good, but maybe your partner isn't. So you should try to be mindful of everybody being different and not necessarily having the drive that you have, and realizing that it actually can be because of the season. And usually people get some of their libido back around Christmas and New Year's, when you get some time off and you get to hang with your family and friends, and you get to think about other things than work and stressing about those types of things. But it is a perfectly natural state to not feel as sexual as you might do when it's summertime or even springtime, when the sun is peeking out and the trees are blooming and everything is just marvelous as it is. One thing that I have realized living in Sweden is that normally people here are a little different, meaning that people on the south are warmer people in compared to Europeans. Yeah, the thing is Swedish people are as the weather. Let me put you here. Här så får du det. Varför tog du av dig vanten?
För att annars kan jag frysa.
Ja, men du får ju inte ta av dig vantarna. Du ska ju behålla dem på handen. Aha. En finger i varje. En finger i varje. Så.
Jag provar där.
Det kommer bli kallt i rumpan. Okej? I am multitasking. This one needs attention. I think, without being too general, that Swedes are somewhat like the weather. When it's cold and dark, we too tend to become quite negative and introvert and just not sociable and likable, as we tend to grow during spring and summertime. Because I've been to some fabulous places around the globe, and nothing beats Sweden during summertime. It's like it's magical. It's like it's orgasmic, to say the least. Because people are crawling out of their shells. People are socializing, having fun, enjoying life, being a bit crazy, having parties, just hanging here out in the yard and having barbecues and stuff that some countries see around the year because of their weather conditions. We only see about 3 or 4 months a year, which also makes it kind of special because you look forward to it. So yeah, Swedes might be a bit like the weather up here. Cold and closed off and introvert during cold seasons, dark seasons, and then we shift and we become so extroverted and generous and happy and outgoing. So yeah, might actually have something to do with culture and weather disposition, to say the least. Let me see, Mario. Yeah, where it's warmer, seems like they have a lot of sex. That's why Africans have so many kids. Yes, that might be the case. And I think it has its natural causes, because in the winter time and the fall, when it's cold and dark, you need to preserve your energy. That's how we were more or less built up here, because you need your energy just to do your everyday normal stuff. Go to work, care for your kids, maybe attend to your partner every now and then, but like maintain your household and stuff like that. So you don't really have a lot of energy to feel desire, to have the urge to be intimate with somebody, because you think that it requires a lot of energy that you feel like you don't have. And I would suggest to people to try the opposite, to actually have more sex and be more intimate during winter time, because that way you might end up finding that it gives you energy and it gives you satisfaction and it gives you joy, because when we do have sex we release happy hormones, endorphins among other things, and that makes us feel better about ourselves and about others as well. So I don't know, maybe the recipes for Swedes are fuck more when times are rough and dark and the hours are long, and do it with some lit candles and some massage oils and I don't know, maybe some bondage. Just like let your imagination run free, and yeah, make a shift. Do something that you normally wouldn't do, and enjoy it. And you might feel like the dark period of the year is easier to cope with, and you get less suicidal. And get out there. Get out into the sun and enjoy life. And yeah, this is also something that one can do. And stay safe. It's a weekend. It's Saturday. So go have fun. And don't tell me about it. I love you guys. Bye-bye.